Welcome back to part 2 of lesson 11. We paused here. This was the last slide from part 1 of lesson 11. You were looking at the standard algorithm, 2/3 times 5/6, and we worked on folding the paper to illustrate this. Again, encouraged to pause the video or write this equation down. 4/5 times 3/4. You're going to take a new piece of paper. You're going to use the same folding technique again. And as you do this one, I want you to think about yourself up front in front of your future classroom or our classroom and how you would walk and talk your students through this, right? Check your explanation. Now, some people are going to feel really comfortable getting up and just doing it. Right? If you're comfortable with this concept already, go for it. Try it. If you feel it would be helpful to write down the steps and use it as a script, that's okay too, right? Remember, this is a learning process and we're making forward progress. How you do that forward progress is going to be individualized for you. And again, we need to think about that with our young children. We need to make sure it's developmentally appropriate. We need to make sure it's individually appropriate as well. Okay. So 4/5 times 3/4. And we know we're multiplying the numerators and the denominators. So keep working on this, right? Fold down your explanation of each step and work through the algorithm. If you want some extra practice, that's in your workbook and the solutions are in the appendix. Let's recap this. Lesson 11, we've learned how to explain why multiplication of fractions algorithms work. Okay. For students who are linguistic learners, these descriptions of multiplying fractions may be beneficial. The multiplying two fractions is a resource from the Education Development Center. So let's take a look at multiplying two fractions site. It actually is an article, and then we'll take a look at the Education Development Center. So multiplying two fractions, right? The illustrations below, and I'm just going to scroll through some. And again, this is hyperlinked in lesson 11 in one of the submodules, the final submodule. It's also included in these slides. So the illustrations are showing standards of mathematical practice. You don't need to know that acronym, okay? But I want you to think about the standards of math practice. So they're referencing another source other than Common Core State Standards. Okay, so there's specific mathematical standards as well. Okay, notice that they have key concept, math concept key words or vocabularies. Okay, I'm going to say that one more time. Math topic keywords, fractions, multiplications, unit fractions. And you can see this is sourced from Education Development Center. So as we go down, looks similar to our workbook in a lot of ways, that it kind of takes you through the dialogue of what one would say. Okay, multiplying two fractions. Walks you through. Shows the illustrations. Okay, so these are helpful, again, thinking about what and how the children are learning, but also how you're learning these math concepts and how you would teach it. Multiplying two fractions. So there's some teacher reflection questions here. And again, as you advance into your 4-year bachelor's program, resources like this will become really helpful. Okay, this is the Education Development Center. Interesting website right off the bat. You can see that it is very diverse in its focus, right? Is it going to be specific to your third grade teaching dreams? You're going to have to explore. Okay, so what is EDC? Is it a resource that you would consider bookmarking and referencing? Okay, so think about newsroom, current events in education. Okay, careers. Remember, because you're in this program does not mean you need to stay in the four walls of a classroom. Okay, maybe you want to be a curriculum developer. Maybe you want to be a counselor, right? So really think about how your associate's degree will allow you to expand and grow as you move into a bachelor's program, a master's program, etc. Okay, talks about their work, right? So right away, think about your other classes even, right? You're going into the bachelor's program for elementary ed at Del Tech. You're going to take methods courses, social studies, math, language lit, science. Okay, so you can come over here and you'll see STEM. Okay, ideally I want to see STEAM here, which the A is arts. Okay, they're looking at a global reach, talking about their services, and then they have additional resources as well. Okay, so let's go back and conclude our slides. So just want to clarify that the application resources, the videos, etc., are meant to support you and again your future knowledge of specific resources. Want to thank everybody for taking the time to review our week 7 and 8 lesson videos. All the videos are posted in the corresponding lesson submodules on our D2L course page, and this will allow you to watch them again or simply isolate a problem, a video, or an included resource. While this was a new learning format in this video content, take a moment to reflect on your comfort level of learning via instructional videos. Did you like it? What did you like about it? Are you better coming to the classroom and learning that way? Something to think about, as October is advisement month, and you'll be meeting with your program advisor in the near future about your spring semester. Want to thank everybody again for your patience, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out.